Maybe she wants to get out. At this point, I would think panic is setting in, right? Yeah, a good old tower with
fuck it.
The rim like that. He tries to make a turn. He will not be able to control the vehicle. And we may see this here, but that rim is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You see that? And when it drops off completely onto the axle, then I think the vehicle won't be controllable. Once it does slow, it's really hard to get going.
Look at that shit.
It is quite amazing that it's continued on this long since the flat occurred. But you know, it's the last few precious moments for these two. They're either going to end up in jail or something worse. And you see a lot of people still out on the streets there.
But it's not slowing them down. Look, they're going almost 40 miles an hour.
They're running out of commentary.
Yeah, I guess they can get it to that speed, right? Once it stops, it's really hard to get it accelerating to that speed, but it's also going to be nearly uncontrollable if you try and make a turn now.
Yeah, there's no turning. You just got to drive straight.
Move in as soon as they have the chance. Do the pit maneuver.
They might let the canines out.
We hope that person that was hit on that head-on collision, we're at Avalon and Florence here. You can tell how slow it moves.
They might deploy the fur missile.
Can't get any momentum. Look at the sparks flying out from that rim. We could see it catch on fire. We've seen that happen before. The rubber there will start to catch on fire, and it'll spread to the vehicle. 15 miles an hour. It takes a while to get going.
Whoa!
And we believe that the police will probably move in and stop this when they can. But at least at this point, we're not seeing this being a huge threat to the public because we're not seeing 80 mile an hour speeds like we saw before. This will be over soon.
Ride till the fucking wheel literally falls off.
Do this for attention, and when they get out of the vehicle, they put their hands up, they turn around, and they do it by the book.
I didn't know we were in for this.
You know, the officers are pretty hyped up on this. It's been going on for a while.
This is like
and
the
you
gift
know that they don't
keeps
know
on
if the
giving.
suspects could be armed, and if they don't obey the orders that they're given by the officers, and they make any quick movements, they do what looks like might be reaching for a weapon.
We're all in now. We can't stop now. We're all in.
Clearly, they are dramatic and desperate. So I would assume officers are going to operate from the assumption that they are armed, just from the sense of how they've reacted so far. So I mean, this
commentary man is just reaching
even though
now.
we know the chase part will end soon because of the condition of the vehicle. We don't know how this is going to end and we hope, like you said, that it will end safely for all those concerned. But given the attitude and demeanor of these two people, it's impossible to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, we thought we were going to see this today, huh? We got this gold Chevy driving down Avalon, and that push into the rim is almost gone. You remember what that rim? Oh, there it goes. I think it's going to collapse in a moment. And when it does, remember how big it was when we first saw that just a few moments ago? And it's slowly just disintegrating. And I think any moment now it's just going to collapse. And when that happens, I think
it goes.
This will end right after that.
Is that it? Is that it?
Well, and if it was on the front, if he'd lost one of those front tires, there's no way you can steer it. So at least, I guess to a degree for him, he can control the vehicle in some measure because he has the front wheel.
Jay, if you could...
But once he can't, once he has no forward
I was trying to get a
momentum,
message to Jay just for a moment there. If you can have him stay off the frequency, that'd be great.
Stay off the frequency, Jay.
We are on Avalon southbound, Philip. Open up a little bit for me, Chad. I just want to get exactly what the police are doing here. And you see the patrol cars right behind them. The helicopter is still overhead. At least, a little acceleration there.
He's advancing on traffic.
At this point, has the gas pedal all the way to the floor, right? Because it's the only way you can get it up to this type of speed. We're hoping when this stops, they do the pit. It's all over. We're also just, if you live in this area, it's really the area that it's been most of the time in South LA.
Yep, Avalon 95th.
This could end in a shootout.
Yeah, you never know.
Shut up.
That is a good message, Scott, for the folks watching. Do not go outside.
Do not change the channel.
Do not anticipate that this will end peacefully because you just do not know.
Yeah, absolutely. And you covered these things. You do this for long enough. You know how dynamic it is. You just never know what's going to happen. But you also have seen so many innocent people be hurt. Now, I hit the brakes there. You saw that rim lock up for a moment.
Let's go.
It will take a while before the vehicle can get back up to speed. And if the officer sees the opportunity, usually it's below 35 or 40 miles an hour, anything above that, they don't like to do the pit. He'll do the pit maneuver. But but also he has to make sure there's nobody around. An officer doesn't want to be involved in an action right now or an activity when this is probably going to come to a stop on its own, where his action causes the harm of someone else. And they really don't. I mean, you watch this and just know that there's a supervisor and a watch commander, and they're all over this, and they're trying to figure out the best
I don't think
way
they're going to shoot him
without incident.
Well, and they know more than we know, and they know that they can sit back and wait for this person to eventually have the. So there's no when he opportunity to pit. There were a lot of calls there, so yeah, 100% Scott.
Here's a turn,
and he just said,
"Oh, he turned. Hold on a minute."
Yeah, it almost looks like we've been by that Arco a few times right there.
How the fuck did he turn with 3 wheels?
Strip out earlier. Another spike strip might be a good idea because if they could get some of the other tires,
they should just hire you to work for the fucking LAPD, genius.
But incredibly,
this guy got all the good ideas.
We did get a report just moments ago. GA passed that on to me. They're going to bring to the police that the passenger is trying to egg on the crowd, trying to get people going, and trying to actually get some enthusiasm out of them. So this whole dangerous thing may have just been a ploy here in South LA for people to get attention. And if that is the case, then you start to think about mental health, drugs, and alcohol. You really can't explain it any other way. And then it was incredible when the vehicle went around that corner, and it appeared to be a man who ran up and gave them a bottle of, I don't know, champagne. It looked like a big bottle of some...
they're bent.
Something, who knows. And what was really incredible is how quickly she opened it up and started drinking it. It was like she couldn't do it any faster.
It was amazing.
It speaks to their mindset, but also
how
Scott,
quickly she opened it up.
LAPD, they know
this
they're
guy,
watching
Jack.
clearly. Would they not at this point set up
he hates himself.
blockade at some point? You mentioned a semi being used at one point in a previous pursuit.
Yeah, they did. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
Now, they had a spike strip set up at Main.